Hey folks, Ian again, and we're here for another session of the GDPR discussion. So welcome along to another TA hack. So what we talked about in the first couple of videos, we introduced GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulations coming into Europe in 2018. We all need to be compliant and it changes the way we can do things. Second video we talked about how we subscribe somebody in a GDPR compliant way, and yes, every applicant that applies to our business should be treated as a subscriber. The next thing we want to do is talk about how we actually communicate with these folk in the future and remain compliant in every email that we send. So what we're going to do, let's talk about how this might look for a wee minute, just so we set the scene properly. So let's think of it in a way that candidate comes along. Well, I can't draw. Candidate comes along, applies to a job advert. Application goes into our applicant tracking system. And unfortunately, the candidate is not hired, but they are suitable for future roles. So we want to communicate with that candidate in the future. So along comes another job advert that we think this candidate would be really suitable for, that we really want to reach out to them. We subscribed them in that compliant way in the last video, so we can reach out to them. So we need to very quickly send this candidate an email to invite them to come along, to view the job advert, to view what the project that they would be working on would look like, to apply for the job, whatever sort of employer branding content that you want to push out to them and you want to make sure that they know about. So if we think about this email here, now yes, we have subscribed them in a GDPR compliant way, but we need to do a couple of things in every single email to make sure that we are maintaining compliance. So let's look at that very quickly. So, typical email will have lots of content. You'll probably have a call to action in here that will send them through to the website, to the job advert, or to the employer branding content that you want to promote to them. Two things that we need to do to make sure that we are remaining compliant here is we need to put a header and a footer on every single one of our emails. And this header and footer is offering this person the opportunity to unsubscribe from your list so that they don't continually receive more and more and more and more emails. So whenever somebody receives this, they can click on this, unsubscribe, they'll never receive an email from me again. But that doesn't sound great to you, I'm sure. So what we want to do is we want to create a couple of different things so we can actually make sure that this works well. So whenever somebody receives an email, we want to offer them a few opportunities. So opportunity one is to go to content. We love that. Opportunity two is to unsubscribe from everything, so they'll never receive anything from you ever again. Opportunity three is kind of halfway there. We want to offer them the opportunity not to hear about this type of role or anything about this specific campaign in the future. So this is like a halfway house where we can say, please leave me alone, I don't want to know about this opportunity or this campaign. And that means that in the future you are going to be able to reach out to them again. So how would this actually look within Candidate ID? So within your email you'll have your content, you'll have one unsubscribe, two unsubscribe, one unsubscribe, two unsubscribe, and you'll then send it through. So if somebody unsubscribes, is it a final unsubscribe? Never again. So we take them down into an unsub list and we then probably purge them after a period of time that is compliant with GDPR. The second thing that we can do is we can send them out and we'll have been running a specific list for the campaign that we're sending out, the email campaign that we're using. So what we want to do is we want to say unsub from this, and what that looks like is it's just a simple campaign that runs within your candidate ID campaign dashboard that basically removes them from this list but keeps them on the general subscriber list. So they don't receive any more emails about this individual campaign, but you are going to be able to communicate with them in the future. So you offer them the opportunity to unsubscribe, you offer them the opportunity to opt out of this campaign. The choice is theirs, and you're remaining GDPR compliant, and you're also making as much use of your data as you possibly can. So glad you joined me for another edition of TA Hack and our GDPR discussion. What we're going to do in the next video is we're going to talk over how we remain GDPR compliant using an automated campaign that performs a certain action every 6 months that will keep us safe. So look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'm Ian Hamilton with People Traction, and thanks for watching TA Hack.